Bomb's quite weak against bosses, except for taking down armor. It's way better against hordes. Like this sort of horde, maybe? Oh, I've still got stasis on this. Excellent. Let's just... These things are nasty, aren't they? Come on, I need to get some fury built up here. And one more. And just chuck a... No, chuck a bomb if you can. Nice, that's what we wanted. That is... I see what you mean. That is perfect, perfect timing with the example there. Trap him in a small space. Swing through. Can I actually see anything to hit? Okay, I see where the advantage of the bomb comes in. I think I shall keep it for now, because I imagine there's quite a lot of horde situations later on, where there's big groups of enemies to fight. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. This bit's for a main quest. I found a few areas in the game which, like, they look clearly laid out for a main quest. So I don't know whether it's even worth running through to explore any further. Doesn't look to be anything to do, which is fine. I think there's another way out of this, though. So we'll come out the other end. The bosses have 3 to 4 moves, so once you've worked out what move they're doing, it's easy to avoid them. Just a DPM thing. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. But that's better than the bosses I think I played in Gears 5, which generally didn't have that many moves. There was one that I played, because I played that off stream. The Matriarch. And I think I died about 4 or 5 times in a row to that thing. I found it really tough until you realised the method you used to beat the boss. And then as soon as that clicks, you think, that's what you do. And then it became a piece of cake. And there was just nothing else to do or learn. It was just next go, beat it. First time after learning the technique without any extra damage on my behalf at all. It was simple as a lot of games that do that. I find that quite an old school kind of game design, that going back to like the 90s and stuff. And it's like when you realize the technique that's required to beat a boss, it just becomes so easy because the boss just repeats the same motion. You think, I found the weak spot. I just do X action at Y time, and it's done. But then you have to repeat it a lot. What have we got? At long last, I've managed to enter the tumulus, but unfortunately the Guardian inflicted a grievous wound upon me. It matters not. I'll worry about it later. This tomb is so fascinating. And I thought the Guardians I had observed were tall. It appears that I was wrong. The skeleton that is in here is even more gigantic. Oh, what a creature it must have been when it was still alive. According to the natives, this Guardian was the first to have appeared, and it was in fact an ancient king of the island who transformed into this creature to repel an enemy coming from the sea. I see some parallels with what's going on now. It's obviously a legend, but my observations lead me to believe that it could be true to some degree. These beasts were men and women before they transformed into guardians by means of a process I failed to understand. My wound got infected and I have no way of treating it. What a shame. He takes that kind of lightly. I would love to have completed the journal. I hope that someone will find my notes and continue my work. My wound got infected and I have no way of healing and treating it. I'm going to die. It's a shame. What an outlook on life. So what's down there, and do I want to continue? Well, it leads to the way out, I'm sure of it. Can I sneak up on that thing? And headshot. Boom. Well, not quite. Can I get another hit on something? Anything? Anything will do. I need to get full... Hang on. And not enough... I have got enough adrenaline, you lying toad. Let me hit something. Quick. Get behind them if I can. Just... Come on. This is just a mess. An ugly mess. Everything's poisoned to hell now. Who's down, actually? Oh god, nearly all of us. Just Just gotta be careful I don't reset this. I might also at some point have to rebuild some health potions. That was a terrible looking kick. Can I hit him from behind? There we go. Slayed the beasts. So yeah, I was a little worried about this game becoming a bit too repetitive towards the end. I'm still not sure I like this build the best though, the two-handed swords. I'm not sure. I think I like the faster attacks if I'm honest, but to be fair, I need to A, get a better two-handed sword as a weapon, and B, flesh out the rest of the points into the skill tree in it to really boost it up, and then I might find that I prefer it, but we shall see. Where the hell am I now? Does this go on? Oh, that goes around. Okay, so it looks like we need to be out. So what are you playing now, Pedro, now that you've finished this? Glendagnamvar, the shore of the tall bones. Is that like a Scandinavian type of name? Do you think? Or styled or themed? Okay, that was worth a little explore. Then we've got the map edges. Can't remember what I came down here to do anymore. So we'll get to a travel point. That'll do. And we'll get out of here. Over the corpse of the latest boss. It was a reasonably simple fight. Nearly level 18. It's always nice leveling up. Bad guys? We need to turn... Yeah, I think we need to turn past these. Hide in the bushes. Oh, he's not looking. He's not looking now. Quick, quick, quick. Can I sprint whilst crouching? It's gonna be quick. There we go. I like the stealth attacks in this game. Nice and simple to get off, like they were in the Elder Scrolls series, just as long as you're behind something. I used to love playing a stealth archer in Oblivion, and a little bit less so in Skyrim, just because I never played the game long enough. Can I actually get up to that guy? I think this is going to be the point where we trigger the enemies, unless... Yes, I think so. Haha! Chop him down. I think I could get the weapon to respond a bit faster after a counter-attack or a block or anything. Kick him down. Oh, he's dead. So, I mean, we're getting through them easy enough. Did I get a ton of XP for that? Not playing anything for the next week? Is you down there till Friday? Not sure what to play next. Waiting for Outer Worlds, the next big game to play. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that as well. When's it out? Is it end of October or beginning of October? There are a couple of games coming out beginning of October. I don't know whether anyone would be interested in them. There's Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. I have actually requested a copy of that so I can take a look at it. Not because I have any memories or fond memories at all of the game it's sort of a remastered version of. The only Ghostbusters game I ever played was way back on the Spectrum. And we're talking like 30 years ago for that. It's not a remastered version of that, I'm pretty sure. But just because I was a fan of the original Ghostbusters movie, so I'm kind of curious about that one. 25th October for Outer Worlds. Nice. I should look forward to that. And there's another one I requested a copy of. What was it? It's due out early October. I can't think what it was. Not that I'll necessarily get copies of these, but if you don't ask, you don't get, right? The hell was it? Something else that I just thought, it might be interesting. I'll give it a try. to the camp. And we shall take a look at our health potion. In fact, I can have a look on here. Health potion. Oh, I've got 12. I don't need to worry about crafting any just yet. I will get this hoof. Oh, I can't be bothered. I was going to say I was going to get all the hoof fungus, but I can't be bothered. Let's travel. Do I need to talk to Petrus yet about his quest?
What can I do for you, my child?
Or will he come to me when he's got a moment?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
Have we asked him this?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Taleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread
I
the
remember
word.
that. Yeah, I remember that. The Specky Ghostbusters game was ace. I hope it's like that. I used to love that
I'll see
game.
you later, Father.
I know it followed
Take
the same
care, my
format
child.
every single time you played it, but it was cool. So, give me some quests. What have we got here? Report your discovery to Constantine. Oh, we've got to go back here. In fact, everything leads back here right now. We have nothing else to do, so we'll go to the residence. And we'll go shopping on the way back. I've decided, I think, we should buy all the ammunition we can at every opportunity. What have we got? Fury, magic. The swiftness potion, well, it says chain speed and attack speed is good, so maybe that was a good thing to use. I didn't notice it particularly. It probably wore off before I got a chance to really take advantage of that. Let's see, we really want health potions. Does it say how many I have? Owned one. We're getting to the point, I think, where we need a good stock of health potions. The minor ones, perhaps not so much, but they're dirt cheap. If I do that... Oh, ammo! That is the one we need. Cool. Did he have any... He won't have had any decent weapons, right? Not that I can use, anyway. That's the thing. Until I get my stats up, I can't use anything that's remotely decent. Let's go. Oh! Every time I hit sprint to leave his shop, I end up talking to him again. Right, Kurt, you got anything to say yet? Vasco should be done for a bit.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
No.
I must leave you.
I know that he's got another quest for me, but it doesn't trigger until I've advanced the story quest a bit, so I keep asking, just on the off chance. We need to go... I think everything's at the governor's mansion here. Good job it's right next door then. So last time we saw Constantine, I think he was looking a little bit sort of under the weather, shall we say. Like he wasn't very well. He's not here. Oh, yes, he is. He's moved. He's normally sat down.
Cousin!
Oh,
You have returned.
would have been nice
How did things go?
if it had a
Don't look well.
conversation in
What's
front of the
happened
window.
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad in any case. I must have eaten something that's having
Yeah.
trouble going through me.
He's not looking well.
Seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, dear cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
I would like, if you would allow me the honor, to introduce Bishop Petrus, emissary of Taleme.
Your Highness, may the light warm you in its holy embrace.
That's a real gravelly
Enchanted
voice.
to meet you, my father.
I've come here to present respects from Taleme and best wishes from the Mother Cardinal.
She has my most sincere thanks. But before speaking further, I would like to discuss matters with my cousin, if you would be so kind.
We've got a few things. The encounters with the governors. Yes, go on.
I've been to the neighboring cities as you asked of me.
Tell me then, was your journey adventurous?
Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information. The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing and there is no sign
yes.
of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate.
That's where we
The
come in.
Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be a result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon. An evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my son.
Yeah, thank you.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they're unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Thélème hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Thélème and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on his investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my son.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
Anything else?
Yes, quite a bit. Petrus's actor is Eredin from Witcher, from what you heard on Co-Stream. Who was Eredin? You mean, was in Witcher 3 or Witcher 1? Don't remember an Eredin. The voice reminds me of an actor who used to be in The Bill. I think he came in later on, and I think he was like Chief Constable or something. I don't think it's him, but it sounds a bit like him.
We had a talk with Lady Morange, and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise
Yeah,
me.
you focus on that.
Constantine.
We need to learn more.
Oh,
I want to understand. I need to know everything my father has kept from me. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence.
yes, there is that.
Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You're thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely
Look
is.
at those eyes.
Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
Nice. Is there anything else to ask him about? No, I don't think so. Oh, one of the bosses from Witcher 3, that Eredin. Yes, I know who you mean now. I'll have to go and look that up. The voice didn't strike me as being similar, but yeah, cheers. I shall look that up. Thanks, Pedro.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
It's probably my memory, but I hadn't put the two together. But cheers, I'll look that up. Right, so we've got a number of quests, and wow, we are level 18, which is awesome stuff. Skills. So we spent points on our bomb. We can't go any more down there. At some point, we do need to respec to get my 2 points out of the traps, which I'm never going to use. We can actually go for extra fury. Fury gen. So the damage as well. Yeah, 20% damage. The fury generation. 10%. Extra range on moan attack. Combo speed. Better combo speed on moan attack would be really good. An extra balance. That would be awesome. These are all so good. So good. Right, let's go for this then. Do I have any attributes? Sorry, I'm on the wrong one there. Level 21 to get my next... whatever that is. Let's go. The next quest from what you found on the ruins has you struggling a bit? Okay. Where are we going to go first? Who's this? Oh, Mr. de Corsilon. Of course, we need to go and see him while we're here. That's for... The hell is that for? Is he downstairs? Oh, that did actually suggest, didn't it? Downstairs. I forget which room he was in, though. Is he over there? Who's that with a fiery... Oh, she's got a fiery blade. She's about to set fire to the place. Mr. de Corsilon. He's upstairs. Okay, I'm running around like an idiot here. Following the wrong directions, I think. That's not him, is it? That's the... Yes, I was looking at the wrong marker on the compass, I think. I just looked him up. He's been in Final Fantasy IV, Dark Souls 3, and a load of UK soaps. His face looks familiar. When you say a load of UK soaps, oh, I've got to... Can you link a picture of him, Pedro, and I'll bring it up on stream. Because if this is the guy I'm thinking of, he played... If it's the guy I'm thinking of, he played Chief Constable, I think, in the bill, but latish on in the bill, when it was past its prime. But it's just when you say he's been in a load of UK soaps, it has to be the guy. Has to be. Oh, have I got a key for this? Constantine's office key. Nice. I don't know where I'm going, but I thought it important to have a look in here. Hopefully, we'll still be able to get in there later when we need to. Trying to think what else this guy's been. I've no idea what the actor's name is. The one I'm thinking of, anyway. But I've seen him around in loads of things for years. He might have been in EastEnders at one point. I am going every which way but where I need to be for this damn thing. I should have looked there. That would have been a bit more obvious earlier. There we go. Mr. de Corsilon.
Sir de Corsilon.
Decidez, my young student. What can I do for you?
Oh, we've got a few things to talk about.
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's
Wait,
most regrettable.
what?
But keep looking for him.
I
will
found
you?
his corpse.
You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found the guy's corpse. I guess I need to turn up when I've found all the notes and stuff.
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago, but tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Not now. That was a rather bureaucratic answer, I feel.
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilon.
To the archives, men and women. So I'm going to have to start thinking about who I'm going to take on this quest. What should we do first? I think we'll go and speak to the Nort Admiral. Because Vasco's... You know, we've got quite a bit of reputation built with Vasco. We can take him along for that. This is about coming in, so maybe Vasco and Kurt for that. And then when I go and see any natives, I'm pretty sure I want Ciora for the natives. And Petrus. I keep wanting to call him Pedro. We have a Pedro in chat. That must be why. Now where's it? Which way was down? I think it was around here. Oh. Thank you very much. Major magic. Oh, I don't use magic power though, do I? I like how when you go down into the dark, your eyes eventually adjust and things lighten up a little bit. And when you go out of a house into the street, it's like dazzlingly bright. And your eyes slowly regain focus. That's a quite nice little touch they've done. Where am I looking? Is this not the way forward? I think it has to be, surely. Here we go. That's what I want. Property deed of the logging expedition. Following negotiations between Chief Dunkus and Governor de Morang, as I like to call him, over lands in the Quenvar region, it was hereby decided that the negotiated lands would henceforth be the sole and exclusive property of the merchant congregation for the purpose of carrying out a logging activity. Access to this area is now restricted to members of the congregation. That is not likely to go down well with the natives, is it? Regardless of who agreed to what. Right then, to Lady Morang's house. This is, in effect, like a big side quest, this. I'm pretty sure it's not part of the main quest. But the side quests in this have been pretty good so far. The combat you could accuse of being repetitive. And there's not a huge variety of opponents. But the story's quite... Well, it's enough to keep me playing anyway. Or to want me to keep playing, I should say.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
Tell me about this contract.
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigador. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
Wow, that exposure.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion.
Can we please go straight there?
Can I help you with any other matter?
Nope.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Can we please go straight there?
Sir de Corsilion.
Yes.
It's always a
That's
pleasure.
nice.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we can exploit it for a longer period of time.
Exploit it.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve. But several men were killed.
Screw them.
And their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand. But I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
They're a proper sort of money-grubbing Colony exploiting bunch of asshats is the congregation. Here's a chance to like diffuse the tensions, get the area reforested so that in their words they can exploit it a second time. And they're still